Second.
Any discussion, please vote.
Mr. Thorne?
Aye.
Mrs. Dash?
Aye.
Mr. Ullman? Ms. Gibson?
Abstain.
Mr. Morrow?
Aye.
Mr. Taft?
Aye.
Motion to approve the minutes for 1/16/19.
That was a special
Special
council.
council.
Second.
Okay, please vote.
Mr. Taft?
Aye.
Mr. Morrow?
Abstain.
Ms. Gibson? Mr. Ullman?
Aye.
Mrs. Dash?
Aye.
Mr. Thorne?
Aye.
Motion to approve the special council minute meetings for 1/18/19.
Second.
Please vote.
Mr. Thorne?
Aye.
Mrs. Dash?
Aye.
Mr. Ullman?
Aye.
Ms. Gibson? Mr. Morrow?
Aye.
Mr. Taft?
Aye.
Okay, this is the portion of the meeting that we have public speaking. If you would like to speak, please stand, state your name and address, and there's a 3-minute limit. Anyone like to speak tonight?
I should have got here earlier and had to make copies, but I've got the copies of the 3 bids to replace those trees up on Main Street. And the one on the top, the Smith and Thompson, he does not plant trees, so his bid was just cutting them down and taking out the stump. And the cheapest one is this one. But and he also is offering the first year prune and a warranty, a first-year warranty, a 4-year warranty.
Are the trees at this time showing any,
Oh, they're dormant now.
they're dormant now, but in the spring we'll be able to tell
Tell what?
if they're going to make it or not, or what's the time frame as far as whether we'll know whether or not they're,
Well, I mean, that's what those arborists, all 3 of those are arborists. And
Okay.
That's what they did, that's what they looked at. And the way they're cut, did you look at them?
yes,
The way, you see how some of them are like squared off and they're cut clear down past, when you saw a limb, there's a ring at the base of that rim, and you don't go into that. They went clear past that and into the bark of the tree, which sets it up for disease, pests, get in there. And, I mean, the trees will eventually die, just like, it might take them a while, but they will die. That's why we had arborists look at them and give the bids on taking them out, replacing them. But what they'll do, I mean, some are worse than others. They'll just be dropping their branches all over the place and just dying out in spots and that, and they're just, they're destroyed. The trees are just ruined. Plus the way they look hideous. It gouges all over them.
okay, is that it, Dawn?
Well, and I didn't have a number for JC because he had asked to be called. And so I messaged him and asked him to call me or give me a phone number or something. And he just messaged back and he said he didn't have anything to say to me. And I said, well, this was just a courtesy, giving you a courtesy call per your request. And he said, I have no pending requests. So,
Thank you, Dawn.
So,
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak? Okay, we'll move on to administrative reports. Fire Department Chief Caldwell.
I do, Mayor. I have the December report, the end of the year report, January report. December 1st through the 31st of 18, we had a total of 9 calls compared to 8 calls in 2017. Year to date was 103 calls compared to 89 calls in 2017. Those calls consist of 3 electrical calls, 1 gas leak, 1 structure fire, 1 gasoline spill, 1 lift assist, 1 brush fire, 1 truck fire. And the year to end, or end of the year report, we had 103 calls, total calls in 2018, compared to 89 in 2017. Those consist of 20 electrical, 13 structure fires, 11 lift assist, 8 alarm drops, 8 brush fires, 8 service calls, 6 gas odors, 5 transformers on fire, 5 vehicle fires, 3 bomb scares, 3 power outages, 3 landing zones, 3 gasoline spills, 1 water in basement, 1 smoke investigation, 1 possible meth lab, nothing was found, 1 lockout, 1 MVA, 1 building collapse, 1 false alarm. In January report, we've had 7 calls so far this year compared to 12 of last year. 1 structure fire, which was a dryer fire, 1 landing zone, 1 special call, which we had a couple kids that was stuck in the elevator up at Riverside Church. 1 power line down, which ended up being a cable line, 1 lift assist, 1 gasoline spill, 1 MVA. That's after that. Now, May 18th, at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have floodgate training up on Lisbon Street. Do I have to get permission or sign a thing to close the road or anything like that?
I don't think so. I don't think they have permission to.
I know we never did in the past, but I just wanted to make sure.
I didn't think so in the past.
Okay. It'll be May
Yeah,
18th
we'll
at
just
9
put it
o'clock
in
in
the
the morning.
paper. Okay.
I'll get along hold of the businesses up there and let them know
And
what's
you're
going
going
on and
for
everything.
training this week too, right?
I'm sorry?
You're going for training
The 20th and 21st, me and Frankie,
down in Weirton, that's.
down to motel down Weirton.
Yeah,
That's
that's
for
it.
the
Okay.
spill one for a marathon.
Okay. Yeah, all the training you can get is good. And I think the street department's going with you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jared and Bobby's going, I do believe.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jared just called, we have a sinkhole on Main Street, so he's not gonna be able to make it, he's down there putting up carriers. So, okay, I'll go on to the mayor's report. First off, I'd like to congratulate our solicitor Dominic Frank, on his filing for the judge in East Liverpool, the municipal judge position. We wish him all the luck, and, we're, wishing you well on that position.
Thank you.
And we got a surprise about a week or 10 days ago. I'm going to read this letter. This is written to Spring Hill Cemetery. It says, I'm writing to inform you that the Spring Hill Cemetery has been named as a current beneficiary of a trust created by Alfred J. Belk under an agreement dated August 31st, 2011, as amended. Security National Bank Division of the Park National Bank is the trustee of the trust, and I am the trust officer for that account. Pursuant to the trust agreement, a distribution in the amount of $100,000 will be made to your organization as follows. $100,000 to the Village of Wellsville Spring Hill Cemetery, Ohio, to be used as the village determines in their sole discretion. Under the Ohio Trust Code, current beneficiaries must be notified of the existence of a trust, the identity of the settlor, and their right to receive an annual statement of the trust and assets. So we did receive all their paperwork. Deputy 9 and Hoyest filled in and done all the paperwork and mailed it back in. So we should be receiving a check to the village of $100,000.
That's great. Pleasant surprise.
The late Christmas present, let me tell you.
Yeah,
You're so
great.
needed.
So I did a little research. The person that's donated this, his name is Mr. Alfred Belk, and it's spelled B, J as in joy, E-L-K-E. The J is silent, and it's Alfred Belk. He graduated in 1942 from Wellsville High School. He lived on 1021 Center Street. After school, he left and attended Denison University. He lived in Springfield, Ohio, and he was a state bank inspector for 30 years and an attorney in Springfield, Ohio. He was the only child, so I have called the bank back because I want to, send a letter to the family, and he only has like a a distant nephew that lives in Mexico, so they said I could send them the letter from the village and they'll send it on to his nephew. So, in honor of Mr. Belk, we're going to put a sign up, like a road sign, street sign, where he's buried, and it'll say Belk Way in his honor. So we appreciate that. It came in at a great time. So we want to thank Mr. Belk's family. And that's about all I have. I don't have Jared's report. I do know that he ordered 20 tons of cold patch, which should be delivered tomorrow, so we'll start patching holes this week or next week. I think it was 20 tons.
25.
It says 25. Yeah.
25. So the streets are going to be, they're going to start patching next week. I think it's supposed to rain the rest of this week, so he said, as soon as the rain was done, they'd be out patching. So I think that's all I have. We'll go to committee reports, finance, John Morrow.
I will make a motion to approve invoices totaling $14,248.82. And Hoy, will you read these off under further discussion?
Portland Township purchase of K9 Cruiser, $3,000. Bergren Associates Morse diffusers for sewage plant, $1,145. Ace Hardware, 50 pound of asphalt repair, $85. Calcutta Auto Parts jumper cables for police department, $235.90. Calcutta Auto Parts cutting bars, snow plow shoes, power steering fluids and bolts, $335.05. Calcutta Auto Parts hydraulic hose, $18. CarQuest de-icer, grease and headlights for dump truck, $94.75. Guth Laboratory Solution for Police Department, $32.83. Highway LLC 25 tons of coal patch, $2,425. John Jordan certification training for taser, $420. Milligan's flex tape, bolts and washers for street department, $76.72. Morton salt, 45.81 ton of salt, $2,828.77. Napa 2 batteries for backhoe, $244.18. Sayre Electric 4 ballasts for lights in Village Hall, $68. Tri-State Glass, Lexan Glass for service window and sewage office, $2,905. The review advertisement to hire full-time firemen, $336.62. Invoice totaling $14,248.82.
Yes, second.
I'll second it. The glass, was that broke, or is that just a code thing for,
I think it was a code thing.
Code
Jared had a
requirement.
new,
so you can't break it?
Can't break it.
Yeah, okay.
That'll be in this big window right here. Was there a second or any more
I seconded
discussion? Okay. Please vote.
Mr. Vaughn,
Aye.
Mrs. Dash,
Aye.
Mr. Allman,
Aye.
Ms. Gibson,
Aye.
Mr. Morrow,
Aye.
Mr. Taft,
Aye.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay. Streets, lights, and parking, Mr. Thorne.
Nothing.
Main rules and ordinances, Mr. Dash.
I don't have anything tonight.
Water, sewage, and refuge, Rosie.
Nothing at this time.
Property, equipment, and cemetery, Karen Dash.
That would be me.
Nope.
Everyone got their county real estate taxes this past week. I spoke to an employee of the auditor's office, and I was just curious to find out the outstanding delinquent property taxes owed by village residents. The total amount owed, and this was not only for 217, but past accounts as well, past years, it was $3,742.40, $543 $3,258.54. These delinquent taxes are not only for 2017, but other tax years as well. The number of delinquent parcels in the village is 366, depending on the class of the property. The village, out of this total amount that I just read, the 374,000, would be about 31.5 to 32.8% of the total amount. Altogether in the village, we have 2,439 parcels. 3 are agricultural, 267 commercial, 48 industrial, 2 mineral, 1,859 residential, and there are 260 that are exempt. I just thought those numbers were kind of interesting. Okay, that's all I have, Mayor.
Personnel, Randy Allen.
Nothing tonight.
Okay, new legislation, right? Okay. Is there any old business? Do you have any new business?
I just want to thank the Delphi Estate for donating $100,000. It's come at a better time for our village. We are in need of so many things for the cemetery that it was truly a late Christmas present for us, and we're just pink.
You know, our zero turn has been down.
Yeah, right. It'll give us a chance to get some new equipment up there, and it'll be great.
We have public speaking again on this portion of the meeting. Would anyone like to speak? Okay.
Mayor, I would like to say,
Oh,
I want to thank the village of Wellsville for its kindness. For my mom who recently passed away, it was greatly appreciated by my family and my dad. Thank you.
Your dad was really a nice man. And I didn't know we had so many people in common.
My mom was from Wellsville.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a DeSello?
She was a Poliana.
A Pollyanna, yeah, okay.
The Sellers are my cousins.
Yeah, we're very sorry to hear about your mother.
Thank you.
And, thank you. Okay, so you can have the adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Next meeting?
Next meeting is
Pass that back to the mayor.
February 19th. I will not be here for that meeting. Randy will be conducting the meeting. That'll be my first meeting that I've missed in 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Good man, do the night.
Dominic. I wanted to tell you, I'm sorry I couldn't go to your mother's funeral, but I remember that when I used to go up and stay very